It was December 1st, and like every year, the elves were already prepared to open their workshop and start creating the toys that boys and girls had requested for this Christmas. On the way to the workshop, an old elf saw a note hanging on Santa's house door. The note said, "I'll be back soon, signed Santa Claus." The elf wasn't surprised because every year around the same date, Santa would leave for somewhere unknown. The night before, Santa had loaded his sleigh with several sacks. Silently, he had embarked on his journey with his faithful reindeer Rudolph, only they knew the destination of this mysterious journey. After long hours, they arrived in a desolate area of Lapland. There, by the edge of an almost frozen lake, stood an old cabin, and inside lived Theo, Santa's older brother. When Santa knocked on the door, Theo opened it, and they embraced warmly. It had been exactly a year since they last saw each other. You see, Santa, every year on December 1st, would embark on his journey to spend a few days with Theo. The two brothers would spend long hours reading the letters that children from all over the world had sent to Santa. They were both moved by the beautiful stories the children shared in their letters, and together, they would jot down all the gifts each of those children had asked for. During those days, Santa and Theo would revisit the old photo album of their childhood and fondly reminisce about all the mischief they got into when they were little. But if there was one thing Santa loved about those days spent with his older brother, it was the delicious chocolate that Theo prepared for their snack. Nobody made chocolate like Theo. When it was time to say goodbye, the two brothers would share a long and emotional embrace. Theo would hand Santa his Christmas letter, knowing that on the night of December 24th, his brother would stop by his old cabin and leave the written gift. With a heart filled with love and nostalgia, Santa prepared for the journey back. He got into his sleigh, giving one last look at the cabin that held so many memories. Rudolph seemed to understand the significance of the moment. The journey back was filled with reflection. Santa thought about the toys that would be created in the workshop, the joy of the children receiving their gifts, but above all, the importance of those special moments shared with his brother. He felt a mix of joy and melancholy as he thought about the cycle of life, how traditions endure, and the unbreakable bond between siblings. Upon returning home, the elves welcomed him with joy and a bit of relief. They eagerly shared everything they had accomplished during his absence. Santa smiled, knowing that even though his annual visit to Theo was a crucial personal moment, he would always return to his beloved home and his important mission. Santa knew very well what his Christmas wish was: to reunite with Theo next December.